Hello and welcome to review number 95 for this Friday, May 22nd, 2020. And this week, I'm reviewing a water that I saw at the grocery store at Whole Foods and I just had to review it. It's really peak water snobbery. And this water is Costa Rican Rainforest water. And now this isn't your typical line your summer home living room with endangered rainforest wood type of product here. This is an actually quite socially responsible product to buy, and I will explain now why. So on Rainforest Water's website, which is quite nicely designed, a lot of good information on it about their social responsibility initiatives, and that's really what this whole product is about. It's made out of entirely recyclable or reusable aluminum, and they also have a glass version as well, which I think I probably would have liked better, and I'll get back into that later. But it's 100% recycled aluminum, no plastic anywhere, no plastic even in their shipping crates or anything. So completely plasticless product here, and they really are proud of that with their hashtag Kiss Plastic Goodbye. And then their second initiative is their treeping initiative, which plants trees based on how many water bottles they sell, and they look after these trees and try and do some rainforest reforestation. So that's really great, and another great social responsibility initiative there. On their website, I would have liked to have seen a bit more information about the company itself, maybe a bit more about the source, which is in Campos Lapa Verde, which is in the northern part of Costa Rica. So yeah, maybe just a bit more information about the company history and the source. That would have been nice to see, but overall, still a really nice website. So now we'll move on to bottle design and materials. And as mentioned, the bottle is 100% aluminum. It's got this really nice polished finish to it, and it's held up quite well. There's a little dent at the bottom here, but overall quite well held up. However, I can't say the same about the cap, which is also metal, but unlike the Whole Foods cap that I looked at last week, this one really is not as nice. It's much thinner, and as you can see, it did dent on the top here. And while it does have this nice, beautiful butterfly on it, I would have liked to have seen a more sturdy cap, because if you are going to reuse this, it's really not going to last very long if it's denting this easily. However, the label design itself is really nice. It's printed directly onto the bottle, so again, no plastic label on here, and it's made in this really beautiful font. This nice kind of tall lettering here, like the trees on a rainforest floor. And the printing itself is really high quality as well. No scratching or chipping anywhere. They have some nice pictures of butterflies around the bottle, and then this big picture of a parrot here in bright, vibrant color on the front. So really nice bottle design. On the side of the bottle, they have some other information about the product, like where it's sourced, as well as their treeping initiative, as well as just some random information about how this is like Mother Nature's voice in the bottle or something like that. It's kind of ridiculous. And then on the back, they have their Kiss Plastic Goodbye hashtag on here, and it says, "The world needs more kisses and less plastic." Isn't that so sweet? Moving down the bottle, you have a little picture of a frog, some basic information about the product again, and then a nutrition facts label on it. And at first I was kind of disappointed because I didn't see a mineral table, but then I noticed that they printed it sideways on the bottle in little font. They do include a mineral table, which is great to see as well. Kind of a weird little placement, but I'm glad to see it on there nonetheless. And then they also mentioned down here that it's by decree of Mother Nature. Now that we've gone over the bottle design and materials, let's get into how does this water taste. pH is 7.2, so quite neutral, and TDS is super low as well at just 20 ppm, so super neutral water as well, but we'll see how it tastes and smells. Now, I actually noticed, you might be able to see that there's a dent in the lid here, so really not boding well for reusability. So, on the nose. On the nose, it has this kind of freshness to it, almost like you've stepped off the plane into Costa Rica and you're breathing in that fresh, humid, hot air. You really get the kind of, I know it's kind of nonsense, but it really does have this kind of freshness to it on the nose. Now, on the taste. Again, the freshness comes off on the taste. It does have a very soft mouthfeel to it. It's not too soft, but it does have kind of a softness to it, but that is helped by the metallicness. I don't know if the bottle is imparting a metallicness in the water, but it does have kind of a metallic taste to it. As well, it has that papery, paper mache taste. It really does taste like what paper mache smells like, that kind of flowery, papery smell, but on the taste here. Not my favorite flavor to get in my waters, but it's not too overwhelming like some of those other products I've tried that have a really strong papery taste to them. But overall, quite nice. So now on to final score. For company history and interestingness, Costa Rican Rainforest Waters website was very nice. It had nice design, some good information about their social initiatives as well as their products, but I really would have liked to have seen more information about the company as well as its source, since that's really what this water is all about. It's this Costa Rican rainforest. I would have liked to have seen some pictures maybe of the rainforest itself and a little bit about how they source their water, but that was kind of disappointing. However, still a really good website. They get 1.75 out of 2.5 points for company history and interestingness. In terms of bottle design and materials, the bottle materials are pretty good overall, but they do skimp in some places. It's just too thin near the spout here. The cap is too thin metal. It's kind of weird. Like, if they're gonna say it's a reusable bottle, then I would have liked to have seen some better materials overall. It does have a very sturdy base to it, but really there are certain points that would have been better reinforced. So I'm giving them 2 out of 2.5 points for bottle design and materials, because the label design is still really nice, and they do include those tables I like to see as well. In terms of taste and nose, it's pretty good. It's got a nice metallicness to it, which I do like. It's very neutral otherwise, but it does have that kind of paperiness to it that I'm not a huge fan of. So in terms of taste and nose, they get 2.75 out of 4 points. Now on to value, and this rainforest water I think is probably the most expensive water I've ever bought on this channel, at $5.39 for this half-liter bottle, which is just ridiculously expensive. If you do get a nice bottle and you look after it, then it might be a better value, but the one I got is dented, and I really wouldn't consider this to be a really reliable long-term reusable water bottle. Even a Voss bottle is more durable than this. So in terms of value, I can really only give them a quarter out of 1 point. Tallying it all up, they get a very respectable 6.75 out of 10 points. Quite good. Such an interesting product here. Something I thought I'd never see, but still a really cool product. I like the initiatives behind it. I think that's great that they're reforesting the rainforest and they've come up with an interesting way of funding it with this water. But as an overall product, it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I'd rather you just donate to a rainforest reforestation project than buy one of these products, because it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I hope you enjoyed my review of this Costa Rican rainforest water. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below which foods or waters you'd like to see me review in the future, and I will see you next week for another review. Thank you.